before I go to 1 Corinthians chapter 4, I would need to say a few things. Now, so watch this. Watch this. We have above is heaven. Then beneath is hell. Then in the middle is earth. So we are in the middle. How many of you still remember the ladder of Jacob? Yes. That ladder was from the earth to heaven. That is not the only orientation that ladder can sustain. That ladder sustains earth to heaven if we have an altar of a righteous priesthood powering the territory. Because when Jacob left his father's house, running away from his twin brother, he alighted at Bethel. The reason why Bethel chose him, he did not choose Bethel, Bethel chose him. Because his grandfather had opened a website in that place through an altar that was set up many years ago. It was one of the stones of that altar that the man decided to use for pillow. He implicated himself with the spirituality of his grandfather. And so God allowed the man to sleep when his spiritual eyes were closed. He opened his when his physical eyes were closed, he opened his spiritual eyes to see the same location. That's when we understand the parameters that exist within what we call territory. First of all, we must identify the altar that is the ruling altar of the territory. If you have not seen that altar, you can't prosper in that location.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, no. Wow. If you have not seen it. Because ultimately, and if something has to do with an altar, it will take an altar to undo an altar.
Yes.
So the altar of his grandfather was still in force in that location. And it was that altar that generated what we call the linkage, which was the ladder between earth and heaven, and the orientation of that ladder. Number 3, it was that altar that was responsible for the angelic stronghold. And the oscillatory motion of the angels was they were ascending and descending, not descending and ascending.
Yes.
So what was responsible for the oscillatory motion was on earth. So they were ascending with it and then descending. So the altar was responsible, was the power, the mechanical energy that was responsible for the motion.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
And then there was a portal from whence the creatures of the heavens could interact with creatures of the earth, occasioned by that altar. So if the altar is a demonic altar, it will be set up on the earth and then it will link to the underworld. And the authorities of Hades will be contending. Yeah.
Yes,
So I'm just trying to paint a picture. Do you understand this? So realms, the reality of some realms can be unleashed through teaching.
Wow.